Hello, everyone. It's Yusuf here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'll be talking about the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship. As we know that the application for the second cycle is currently open until May 24, and that is the deadline for these particular scholarships. And I have received a lot of messages and questions from prospects regarding how to go about applying for this scholarship. And I've received some messages as well from people who are looking for how to, tackle the essay questions, the statements that you're going to be answering in the scholarship. So today I'll be walking you through what the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship is all about. So I'll talk about the eligibility criteria, that is, who is eligible to apply for this scholarship, and I'll talk about the benefits that you will get from this award, and I'll also talk about the tips and answering the essay questions. Before we move forward, I would like to throw in a disclaimer that I do not represent the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship Selection Committee or the Association of Commonwealth University in any way. So this video is solely based on my own personal experience, and all opinions here are mine. And please follow my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button. Please like the video and hit the bell icon on your screen for more scholarship tips. Let's start by understanding what the scholarship is all about. So the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship is a fantastic opportunity for young leaders from Commonwealth countries to pursue their studies in a diverse range of fields. The scholarship offers a unique opportunity to study for a 2-year master's program in a low or middle income countries, which in Commonwealth country. I'll be dropping the links to find the list of Commonwealth countries in the description below. And this scholarship is aimed at students who are committed to creating change in their communities. And the scholarship is a life-changing opportunity to experience a new country and a new culture. So this broadens your horizons and building a global network of unparalleled opportunities that will last a lifetime. As someone who has benefited from this program, I can't emphasize enough how life-changing it can be. So there are 2 opportunities to apply for this scholarship each year. So we have Cycle 1 and Cycle 2. So Cycle 1 opens around November, December, and the deadline is always around January of the next year. So and Cycle 2 always opens around March or April, and you have the deadlines to be May or June. You only need to submit 1 applications, but you are always welcome to apply as much as you can if you are interested in studying in another country. But once you have been offered this scholarship, you can only study in one of these universities, and then you can't study in more than one university. So this is just to give you an opportunity to try and try again if you didn't make it for the first time, for the first cycle. Now let's talk about meeting the eligibility criteria. So this scholarship has specific requirements, and by aligning your profile with these criteria, it is very important to win this scholarship. For only citizens or those who hold refugee status in the Commonwealth countries are eligible to apply. So what this means is that you must be from the low or middle income countries of this Commonwealth region, and then there is no upper age limit, and you can apply at any age once you are qualified. So to be eligible to apply, also you must have attained a minimum of second class upper division, or 2-1, as we call it here in Nigeria, at an undergraduate level. So these scholarships is only for master's degree, and you can't apply for PhD or bachelor degree for this scholarship. So they only offer scholarship to study master's degree. One thing is that you are always advised to go through the scholarship website, and I'll also place the link in the description box, for more details. You can always go there for more insights, more updates, and more detailed information regarding this particular scholarship. So you have to do your due diligence. You have to, scan through the website and check the list of the programs and the list of the university on this website. Go through the university website and check their own requirements as well. You should read all the instructions, and especially the frequently asked questions area as well. So under these FAQs, the frequently asked questions, you'll see a lot of things has been answered there. That the question that you might have has been answered on this you know area. So you can just check it out and make sure that you do that before starting to apply for this scholarship. So just so you know, this scholarship is fully funded. So what it means is that you don't need to spend a dime to study for master's degree. They are going to pay for all the tuition fees. Also, you are going to receive a stipend, monthly stipend for the duration of your award. That is, every month you are going to be paid stipend. So this varies a lot. It depends on the country that you are, taking your award. For example, if you are in Ghana, they are going to receive a different stipend from someone who studied in Rwanda and from someone who studied in Nigeria or someone who studied in Malaysia or Kenya. So this varies according to the countries and according to the standard of living of those countries. So also, this scholarship is going to cover the return economic flight tickets to and fro. So when you are leaving your country, so you are going to receive a flight ticket, and when you are returning back to your home country, so you are going to be, given the same flight to take you back home. So also you are going to receive arrival allowance of when you arrive to the countries that you are going to be studying, you are going to get a settlement fee, arrival allowance per se, in order for you to be able to settle down and to navigate through the first few weeks of you being in this country. So also you're going to receive a research support grant. So this is not cast on stone. So it's on request based only. That means if you don't need any research support grant, so you are not going to get it. In this section, I'll be sharing tips for answering the statements or essay questions. So in the application form, we find the questions in the sections like you know eligibility criteria. So you will answer a question about eligibility criteria. So if you meet the eligibility criteria, they are going to ask you some specific questions to determine whether you are eligible to apply. So this is the first thing. If you are not eligible to apply, it will disqualify you immediately. So, but once you are able to answer these questions, so you are going to move to the next stage, which is the personal details. So they are going to ask normal personal details like what's your name, your date of birth, your country of origin, your country of residency, and all the normal stuff, all the normal information about yourself. So as well as another section is academic and employment record. That is, they're going to ask you questions about your education background. So they're going to give details about your academics as well as employment experience. That is your work experience. So this section is quite important. So I cannot emphasize it enough because it's like a chance for you to sell yourself. So because they are not going to ask you to upload your CV. So this session is like your digital CV. So they're asking you what you normally have in your CV. So if you already have a very robust and well structured CV, so this shouldn't be a problem for you because you can just go your CV and copy and paste all the information. So and don't be modest. One thing people always do is that they tend to give like, oh, is this going to be relevant for my application, or let me remove this. So don't be too modest. Just give everything that you can. If you have exhausted all your options, that is fine. But if you have something that you have done from the past and you think it might not be relevant, please don't make that mistake. Just put everything there. So if you are able, in as much as it contains there's a space for you to add all this information. So just please add them. So in the section of academic and employment record. So also there's a section on the courses. The course at the host university. So you are going to answer details about the course you are going to study, the university, and so this is quite simple. You just fill the form, drop down menu, choose the country, choose the course, all of this, the normal stuff. So then the most important section is the statement section. So this statement section consists of answering three particular questions, three most important questions. So this is the statement one, ask you a question about plan of study. Statement two, we ask you a question about development impact and post-study outreach. So statement three is going to ask you a question about creating network, that is your networking skills. And the last session that we are going to encounter is uploading of supporting documents. So this supporting document is including your university degree certificate, your university degrees, your transcript of record, also your recommendation letter. So you are going to get two recommendation letters It might be one professional, one academic recommendation letters, and then it might as well be two academic recommendation letters. So, but you must submit two recommendation letters and um, as well as any other relevant document that they might ask you to submit. So, coming to the essay question. So, like I mentioned, you are going to answer three questions. You are going to write three essays. So, the first one is the plan of study. So, your statement should, your plan of study should answer some specific questions. So, in your form, in the application form, you are going to give some outline, some guidance on how to answer this question. So, please make sure you follow the guidelines. So, it is already outlined for you. So, you must follow this guidelines. So the first guideline is that in the plan of study, why do you choose to study this course? Why are you choosing to study this course? And what specific feature of the course do you find interesting? So this means that what is your motivation to study this course? This is a chance for you to show show them your background, show them what you've got, everything that you have done about this particular course. For example, if you are applying for computer science, so they are going to ask you, why have you chosen computer science? So you can tell them that you hold a bachelor's degree in the University of Idori in computer science, and you are in the top 1% or 2% of your cohort. So if you have first class, you can mention that. If you don't have first class, you shouldn't bother to mention that you have first class. You can just keep that part, or you can include other things that you have under two relevant courses, like computer programming, web design, software design, and all the likes, which has propelled and prepared you for this particular, master's program. And you have two undergraduate, you have two online courses as well. So you can mention the course, the platform where you took the courses from. You can mention your what you learned, your lessons from this particular online course. So which has motivated you to, to want to further more about studying this course. So it is very, very straightforward. Like you can just follow the guidelines step by step to outline and to carve out your essay questions. And please make sure that you take note of the word limits. So they ask you to write not more than 200 to 400 words. So you shouldn't go beyond 400 words, and it shouldn't be less than 200 words. So please make sure you read the instructions and follow the instructions that they give you in the essay question. So in the first statement, like I'm talking about, you can think about how to answer these questions, and why do you want to study at this university in this country. So you must have done your research, your background check, your due diligence about the countries that you are going to study. What is unique? What is specific about these countries that you know that you have going to get the best out of this country and the university that you are going to study? So you can check their school ranking, you can check the professors in this university that you have read their work and their work is fascinating you, that you wish to work with them or you wish to study under them, to be under their tutelage. So these are specific things that you can brought in on how to answer these questions, and you have to relate everything to your future career. So how, if you have studied this course, what is it going to do for your career? So how is it going to help you to achieve your career goals? And this is how to structure your plan of study. So it's really important to follow the instructions and the guidelines that is given to you, and also to follow the number of words that you have. In the second essay, which is the development impacts and post-study outreach, so there are some specific guidelines that you have to follow. So you should know that your statements, your essay should answer questions like briefly describe challenge or problem in your country that you would like to solve. You are going to answer questions on how this program is going to help you to contribute to solving this challenge. So what are the skills that you expect to gain from this scholarship? And when you return back home, how will you apply or share the knowledge gained from the award to your local communities? So this statement, this essay is quite important in the sense that you can come from the direction of problem statements. So that means you are going to do your research and know what the problems, the existential problems that your community is facing or your country is facing. So the mistakes that a lot of people make is that they tend to be generalists. They generalize these parts in the sense that there's no specific things to take from their problem statements, and also they just the statement is vague. Like it doesn't really have substantial information that can be quantified. For example, you can mention something and back it up with data. So if it is not backed up with data, you know that this session is really quite not going to get you a lot of uh, positive review from the selection committee. So you can tackle this like this. For example, you can say according to FAO in 2019 or 2020. So you can say the rate of deforestation in Nigeria, for example, is about 4% or 5%, causing the loss of about 300,000 to 900,000 hectares of forest cover annually. And this remains a source of great concern. And it is damaging the ecosystem, the biodiversity, and uh, solving by studying this master's degree, you are going to contribute to solving this challenge. And then you have gone through the course modules, and then you have seen that these modules are the perfect fit for you in order for you to have your career uh, projections to be in the right direction. So it is quite something very concise, and at the same time, it contains a lot of information. So you are going to back it up with data. So don't just mention something vague. So it should be concise and use figures, and also make sure that you stick to the number of words. So you can go through this and mention how this master's degree is going to help you to solve the problem, and as well as once you finish your master's degree, you are going to come back home to use your skills to solve the existential problems in your community after you have outlined and specifically carved out how your master's degree is going to solve the problems in your community, and the skills, the specific skills that you are going to get from these programs is going to be very attractive, and it's going to be transferable for international NGOs, your government sectors, decision maker, and the likes to come and be, looking for you. You are going to be sought after by these organizations, and immediately after you complete your master's degree, you intend to work to use your knowledge that you have gained to collaborate with maybe your federal ministry, your government agencies, international organizations, ministry, or if you wish to set up your own NGO to start your own campaign, you start training, and a lot of things that you can do. In as much as you have a very clear goal of what you want to do. So this is quite the basic things to take note from this session. And so moving on to creating network. Well, before that, I noticed that the session on development impact also contained SDG goals. So these SDG goals used to be a standalone section on its own. It used to be 4 parts, so now it is 3 parts. So the SDG goals simply means that's how you are going to how your work is related to SDG. So you can mention up to 3 SDG. For example, if you are in environmental sector or natural resources management, you can say that your work is related to SDG 13, which is climate action, SDG 14, life on water, SDG 15, life on land. So you're going to go deeper on these on these SDGs, on how your work is related to these SDGs, and tie it back to how the problems that you are proposing is going to contribute to the SDG goals generally. So it's quite an interesting aspect for me if you rate the essay question. So the third one is that creating network. So you know that networking is a very important skills. It transcends beyond just making ordinary connections. So it's about forging long life relationships that will give windows of opportunity. So you need to give a certain scenario of where you have used your networking skills to gain something or to achieve something. So maybe you have used your networking skills to collaborate with someone to write a research paper. You have used your networking skills to get a job. You have used your networking skills to assist someone or to gain favor or to apply for grants and all those things. So it's quite dependent on your own case or your own experience per se. So you can give a certain scenario of where you have met with someone and this relationship has led you to achieve something positive. And it's always interesting to read about all of this when you have a good direction of what you did and how you did it. So networking is it's like you are using your skills, your relationship management skills, your communication skills, your leadership skills. So all combined to make your networking skills. So it's really an important aspect as well. So you can give two scenario on where you have used your networking skills to achieve something positive. So, for example, you can say that during Nigerian Society for Environmental Conservation conference, you talk about a little bit about this conference in one or two lines, and then you tell them what's happened, like after the meeting or after the speech delivered by this certain professor. You walk up to him, you introduce yourself, and then you talk about what you do. And he was interested in that, and you exchange contact, and it later led to you authoring two research papers. Writing body of knowledge that a lot of people are going to benefit is a huge benefit. Is a positive relationship that's came out from this networking experience. So you can give another experience on how or where you use your networking skills to achieve positive outcome. So this is all about what you need to do by following all these tips and guidelines. I'm very sure that you are going to get some positive feedback out of this. And if at all you apply the knowledge and the tips from this video, I I believe that is going to help you a lot. And this will be the end of my video. And if there is any questions that you need to ask, you can just drop it in the comment section, and I will be sure to answer them and as best as I can, in the best of my own knowledge. And yeah, so thank you for staying with me to this point. So please don't forget to subscribe and like this video and share this video to the wider audience so that they can benefit from this. And so thank you very much, and see you in my next video. Bye.